almost want to give up. Well, I thought I was gonna do a muffler mod on this, change all the Jonsered I have, but I don't know if you can see this. This doesn't have, because this is the older. Maybe my theory is right then from video before when I was feeling this was stronger than the Husky, the 550 I have. These are basically the same sauce. This is an older one, but this doesn't have any of the emissions shit. I don't think there's been anything done to this one. So maybe that's why this is stronger. I don't know. And the spark arrestor is missing too on this, so but it helps a little bit, doesn't it? It flows more freely. So, but I was gonna test on this one, and then I was gonna show you on the other one. I thought there's a little something. I'm not gonna make a how-to video. This is how I do it video as always. But I'm just gonna put the muffler on again. Well, I found another little problem here. I'll try to show you. Let's see if it starts again. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, the spark wire from the coil here is it's been squished. I guess it must be the shroud here that squished it in here. So that's a bummer. This is supposed to go like this, but it went like that, so I've already ordered a new one. A kind of kit with a new air filter and stuff. I like this air filter. I don't think it's the best one, because they don't use them anymore, but they are so easy to clean. And they keep all the fines out. There's almost nothing in there. I'm just gonna check the part number on the coil here. To see if I got the right one. If I can see it. That is no. Well, it looks the same, so Guess it will be alright. Yeah. Will be alright, I think. These machines aren't fussy. That's the torque spec. Well, we'll just have to wait for the new parts kit then. I'm just gonna secure the bolts here so it doesn't fall apart on me. So I'm gonna check on the Husky now to see the exhaust. But first I have to change oil on that car. That's my daughter's car. She got that on her 18th birthday a year ago, and that's when I changed the oil. It hasn't driven that far, but I'm gonna change the oil now at least. So let me get on with that. Shaky! This pipe is a little bit... Well, it should have been stiffer. But I don't have any of those stiffer pipes. So, well, I don't think I got everything out, but it will come out. Now to get underneath this thing. It's so low. Now, let's check this out, okay? I'm just clean up. Looks good on this one. These are Torx of some sort. A little bit of junk around this one. So this thing, I think you're supposed to just drill this out and cut it out, and then remove this or bend this thing up. I've never done this before. That's why I wanted to try on the Jonsered first, because that's the saw I use the least. That's more for limbing and stuff. But I think you just take out this part and then you remove a pipe in there. I guess I could just weld this on again. I think. It's a pipe that goes kind of down in there, I think, and then there's a little baffle here. Yeah, we'll just try this. So, at least the saw worked. That was quite a job, actually. I'm gonna take it off again. I have a little bit more to do in there. I have this multi-tool. The thing in here is broken. I don't have any more for it. So you see this doesn't stick. And this one! I don't have a battery charger. I bought, or my girlfriend actually gave me this. And this doesn't come with a charger. Shitty Biltema stuff. But so it seems a bit more torquey. But I'm gonna have to clean up in there because the downpipe, the exhaust comes in or out of the cylinder and goes down and up and into a little pipe thing in there. It's hard to show it. Maybe I'll find a diagram or something. But I'm gonna have to cut off that pipe, I think. Now I just drilled a hole through it, so it's a straight shot. Next day here. I'll try to show you down there. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to get rid of this. You see I've drilled a hole in a pipe there. I'm trying to get rid of that pipe down there. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm trying to separate that pipe, and I quite a hack job on this, so I have some welding to do, but we're getting there. Almost gone. So we're almost clean in there now. There's a little bit left. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little tab left. I'm hoping I can get it with a screwdriver. Hello. Well, let me just work on this and be done with it. Let's see. No! So I have the little blade in there, and I'm gonna try to cut off that little piece I have left in there. But the blades are too big to get in there, and if I grind them down too much, they just break on me. So I've ground down this blade a little bit just to get it in this hole. Why don't you go in there now? Please go in there. Why? That's it. Oh. Just... Is this okay? Let's see. Okay. It broke again. This is so hard to get that last piece out. I almost want to give up because this has taken so much more time than I wanted. I'm maybe shouting a lot now. You know why I'm doing this? I'm gonna tell you. I want a new chainsaw. Yeah, I just want a new chainsaw. That's how we are. Everybody wants something new. And after I bought that brush cutter, oh, it's so nice and shiny and new and powerful. I've been looking, and I saw that 400 down at where I got that one. And I started looking, and but I think I want the 300, the new one that's coming out. That's the 50cc. Because they're so light and I don't need anything bigger. Well, the 400 isn't that... maybe that's the same weight as the old 550. I don't know. But that 300, yeah, that looks sweet. I want that chainsaw. Of course, I would like a 500 and all of that, but I don't need it. And a chainsaw is not on my priority list now. I have 3 chainsaws and they're working great. Maybe this won't work anymore. I don't know. But if I do this and get a little more power, it feels like a new chainsaw, right? And I'm doing something with it and it gets me excited again about it. So that's why I wanted to do this. I don't believe it's going to be a big power gain. So maybe a little smoother and a little quicker on the throttle. And this Husqvarna has had some hot start troubles. So maybe this will fix that. I don't know. I've heard some say that it will. So I hope so. Oh, come on. My grand moment here. Come on. The last piece. I need to clean up the grinder in there, but other than that, we are open, baby. We are open. But I made another hole here, you see. I was hitting on that thing that stuck there and it peeled this off. I'm just gonna put a bit of weld there. I'm gonna have to weld this shit anyway. I don't think I'm gonna get the spark arrestor in there anymore. I'm gonna try to get this looking rather nice, but I don't think so. Not much chance for that, I think. Yeah, so let me grind on this and get it on the saw again. So I'm done with my modifications inside. I think this will be okay. This looks like what I've seen others do, so yeah, I'm quite happy with it. This thing, well, not as much. And I've opened this hole a lot more. So, we'll just see how much I have to fix this thing. I've bent this quite a lot actually. So I have no idea if I'm gonna get this back to where it was. Where's that big one? This. Maybe? I need to get a screwdriver in here and try to push that up so I can get that spark arrestor in there again. Maybe I am not going to be able to. Well, maybe? Yeah, maybe. I have it. But I don't think I'm gonna get it in here. But that's okay. Come on. I think I've bent it too much actually. Oh, maybe. Oh. Yes, if I want to have this spark arrestor, I think I can now. It's on this side. It's... Oh. Yes, that'll work. Nice. What's that? Yes. Whoa. I've used a lot of grinders. Look at this. This stone has just fallen off this shit. It's trash. This little white thing works really great on metal here. I'm gonna try to grind off this shitty welding job I did here. But there's new metal there, so it's okay. So, there you are. I thought I had some fire paint, but I didn't. Yeah, I fixed the thing here to the best of my abilities. That's not the best welder, and I had those that wire with the flux. I don't know if it's called that anywhere else, but it's the flux wire. So you don't need the gas. It's not that good, but it's easy. And this was so thin, so and in here I clattered it on, but on that hole there. But it's fine. It works. But let's see if this thing starts now. Yep, starts and runs. So I'm gonna have to calibrate it. I won't do that today, but we've done it. And as I said, I just wanted a new chainsaw, and it's a little bit loud, I feel. It was better yesterday when I tested it. It wasn't that loud, and I don't think this did anything else than make more sound from yesterday. It's a little quicker, but it was that yesterday too, so I don't... Maybe everything I did today was in vain. Maybe, I don't know. I'll never find out, I guess, because I never dynoed it or tested it. But I will feel it when I'm using it and cutting. So that's all that matters to me and to you. If I have a souped up chainsaw, that doesn't matter to you, does it? It's just cool. Well, it's a little bit loud. I'm gonna try to put in a spark arrestor to see if that... Well, it doesn't do anything with the sound, does it? But I did a muffler mod. My first one! So, congratulations to me. Yeah. But that's it. Hopefully, this rain... It's still raining, as always. Because I I bought that brush knife. Where is it? Yeah, this one. So I want to test this out, but it's been raining so much, so I just hasn't. But we'll get on with that now. Next one will be testing that, and also the saw blade in the woods, using it as a saw there. We'll see if this works, or if it's too long. Maybe I have to buy the 462, the shorter one. We'll see. But that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. And goodbye. Bye bye. Well, why am I doing this, you say? Well, I changed all the linkages on this car. That one, the lower one, and the upper one. And yesterday, you can see here, on both sides here. But I had a little, on this side, I heard a little knock in when I was going through some rougher ditches. No, not a ditch. You don't go to ditches with a Tesla, do you? But potholes, a little rougher. I heard it twice. One time going down the hill from my house here, a little further down here, and one going up, almost at the same spot. It's quite rough there. So I don't know what's. There's nothing obvious here. I know I tightened everything, but you see here? Maybe that's... You see that little bit of gap there? I can't move this shit, but maybe that's it. But I can't... This is has a locking pin here, so I can't do anything with it. But this is not an original set. I just bought a set from... Yeah, somewhere else, I can say. I have no idea what this costs from Tesla. I'm guessing they don't actually sell the parts either. I can't move it, so I'm trying to compress this. There's no play in that. So I have no idea where that knock come from. Everything seems to... I was off with the brakes and redid the surface on the brake disc here, because they always rust on these cars. So yeah, done to spec. But I don't know. So, but there's nothing wrong with anything here. I don't know. I'll just have to drive it and see if it comes back to knock. I don't like it when it knocks when I've done something new. I guess I can tell. Maybe it just got into place, as they say. I have to take out this whole frame here that the shock absorber mounts on. You have to loosen the bolts on the top, so you have to take out the frunk and stuff, and bend it forwards, I guess, a bit to get the bolts, because the bolts are back here for this, and on this side it's back there. I don't know. Maybe I left a tool in there. Who knows? No, it was a suspension knock. It was. Anybody know why Tesla used plastic in this? Is it just to save some weight? And this thing, it's kind of a added weight here. This is for the other side, isn't it? Yeah, this is for the other side, but this thing, is this the equivalent of that? This thing? I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a do-it-yourself guy.